Chapter 14. Future tense, simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. The future tense is used to express an action that is likely to happen in the future. Will and shall are used with verbs in various forms of the future tense. Simple future tense form. For simple future tense, we write will, shall, plus the root form of the verb. Examples: they will go to Delhi tomorrow. I shall visit the saloon next week. Read the following sentences that express actions that will take place in the future. The government will build a hospital in this village. She will be appearing for engineering entrance exam this year. I shall be meeting a very old friend after 10 years. Sumit will have left for Dubai by next Sunday. She will have been living in this town for 5 years. The future tense form of verbs are printed in bold in the above sentences. Read the table given here and you will understand the uses of various forms of future tense. Simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense. Used to express an action that will take place in future. Example: she will do well in her exams. Used to indicate an action that will continue at some time in future. Example: he and his friends will be presenting a play next week. Used to show the completion of an action by a certain time in the future. It is used with a time expression beginning with by. Example: we hope all the problems will have been solved by the end of the week. Used to indicate an action that will happen as a regular phenomenon or as a habitual thing. Example: the children will be back by afternoon. Used to express an action that is fairly certain to happen in the future. Example: Mr. Mehta will be shifting to his native place after retirement. Used with time expressions like by that time, by then, by next week, or by the 10th of next month, and so on. Used to express the speaker's assumptions about the future. Example: I think they will pay us a visit. Uses of will and shall. We use will in different situations. Some uses of will or shall are explained in the previous tables. Here are more uses. While offering to do something, examples: I will help you unpack the bags. I will help you clean the kitchen. While agreeing to do something, examples: I will accompany you to the school auditorium. I will fetch some sandwiches for you from the kitchen. I think I will, or I don't think I will. Examples: I don't think I will be able to finish the work. I think I will visit historical monuments during holidays. While asking somebody to do something. Example: will you please get me a glass of apple juice? To express an action over which the speaker has no control. Examples: I shall get wet in this downpour. I shall dirty my shoes in this flooded street. Uses of going to. Going to is used to suggest a person's intention to do something in future. It is also used to make predictions about future on the basis of some observations or signs. Examples: he is hardworking. I am sure he is going to do well in his career. Intention to do something in future. There was heavy snowfall on the hills. Now it is going to be chilly here also. Prediction about future. Form of going to is are, am, plus going to, plus root form of the verb. Examples: father is going to buy another television set today. It is going to be sunny today. Difference between going to and use of will, shall. We use going to formed to express the intention of a person to do something in future or to predict something which is indicated by clear signs. We use will, shall to talk about actions that are likely to occur in future, which are sometimes not in our control. Will, shall is also used to talk about future in a general way. Examples: the shop will remain closed every Sunday. He is going to visit an orphanage this week. The children will be thrilled to see you. It is going to be extremely cold today. Simple present tense and future actions. Sometimes the simple present tense is used to indicate an action that will take place in future. Such sentences usually do not have will or shall or going to forms. Verbs in the simple present tense are used to indicate a progressive action, plan, or schedule arranged for the future. We can write it in two ways. Examples: the team leaves for Australia next week, or the team will leave for Australia next week. The conference begins tomorrow, or the conference will begin tomorrow. Present continuous tense and future actions. Sometimes present continuous tense is used to indicate an action that will take place in future. Examples: Madhu is painting a bouquet of flowers on canvas for her next exhibition. My neighbors are shifting to another town by next month. I am visiting my friend in Cochin next winter. Here, verbs in the present continuous tense are used to indicate an arrangement or plan for the future. The meaning is almost the same as going to form, but going to shows an intention to perform an action, whereas the present continuous tense shows that some arrangement has already been made. Future continuous tense form. We use will be, shall be plus ing form of the verb to express an action in the future continuous tense. Examples: the ship will be sailing to Singapore soon. The laborers will be cleaning the floor of this building after it is whitewashed. Future perfect tense form. We use will have, shall have plus part participle form of the verb to express an action in the future perfect tense. This tense is generally used with a time expression beginning with by. By that time, by next week, or by next month. Examples: the babies will have been given a bath by afternoon. The gymnast will have performed in the stadium by evening. The use of future perfect tense is explained in the table given at the beginning of the chapter. Future perfect continuous tense form. We use will, shall plus have been plus ing form of the verb to express an action in the future perfect continuous tense. Use of future perfect continuous tense. It is used to denote a continuous action with reference to some time in future. It expresses an action that will begin at a particular time in future, will continue up to that moment, and will be in progress at that moment. Examples: he will have been walking on his own by the time the physiotherapist teaches him all the exercises. She will have been baking Christmas cakes much before her friends start preparing for the approaching festival. Read this conversation between Mr. Nagpal and the swimming coach. Mr. Nagpal: when will my son come out of the pool? Coach: he will swim for another half an hour. Mr. Nagpal: he will have been swimming for 2 hours by the time he comes out and will be very tired. In negative sentences, we use not after shall or will in the simple future tense. Examples: I shall not pay you a visit. Will she leave for Goa tomorrow? Will plus subject plus root verb.